First, I want to go ahead and thank you for purchasing one of my zines. If you never put a zine together, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put down a one-page zine together. So we're going to go ahead and use my mileage logs, my little pocket mileage logs, to go ahead and show you exactly how to do this. There are instructions, but if you're like me, you're probably like a visual person. So let me show you. Okay. So what you're seeing right now is my mileage log. So in here, the mileage log is one page when you printed it. And you can see there's nothing on the back. It's all one page. And we're going to get this and turn it into this nice little booklet that you can go ahead and fill out and go ahead and complete for each month for your miles. Okay. So to go ahead and make a Zine, a one page mini Zine, we're going to do a little bit of creative folding. So you can use a couple of things. I recommend using a bone. If you're like me, I'm a crafter, so I have a bone. Um, and if you don't have a bone, you can always use like a credit card or like in here, this case, this is my little power card from Dave and Buster's, or you can, or even one of these like your like parking passes, right? So depending on or your badge, whatever, right? So just it needs to be something with a hard edge. Like this has a hard edge because what you want to do is you want to get these nice and thin because just to show you, this one is where I like pushed it really thin, and you can see it's nice and it folds really well. So whereas this one, I didn't. I just kind of like did it. You don't have to have it nice and sharp, but it does make it a little bit nicer for you. So, okay. So let's go ahead and start. So the first thing you need to do is fold this thing like a hot dog. And you're going to fold it right smack in half. And I like to kind of go in the middle here and just go nice in half, okay? And then kind of flatten it back out. And then you're going to fold it down like a hamburger. And if you've got ink that that kind of smears, it's okay to do this backwards. So you can go like this and scrape if you don't want to like scrape the ink off because I know some people have depending on your quality of your printer, it might kind of wear off the ink. So, but this will work perfectly fine. Okay. Now you're like, okay, well, I've got two halves here. Now cut. No, 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 no. Don't cut yet. We need to get, we need to have 8 panels. And right now we only have 4 panels. So if you kind of look at it this way, it's easier. One, two, three, four. We need to have 8. So we need to put 2 more in here. To do that, you can either do it this way. I do it this way just because it's simpler. You can do it either way. And I just kind of grab from the middle. This just helps you get a nice, even, straight. If you've ever had to do if you've done any paper crafts, you'll know this. You have to kind of go in and then go out. And then you're going to do it to the other side. Kind of fold over here. And again, kind of stuck in the middle. As you can see. All right. All right. Now we have like, it's kind of like an accordion, right? See? Accordion, right? All right. So now you have this nice little accordion. Okay. So what you're going to do is then you're going to, now we got to make a cut because we want to make it so we can fold this into an actual booklet. To do that, you're going to fold this in half like a hamburger again. And your front page and your back page should be sitting here together like that. So if you've got it like this, and then as you can see, I have already pre-marked where you're going to need to cut. You're not going to cut far. Let me find my scissors. All right. And then just go, and you're going to just do one block. So you're just going to go one block in. Take this, and as you can see, I'm going one block in. I'm not going further than this, okay? So now I have a nice hole. Peekaboo, peekaboo. All right, and it should, have a little nice little hole. Now, to get this folded into this, because you're like, oh man, you're gonna make me do origami. No, it's really not that difficult origami. All you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it in half like a hot dog again, And then you're going to take these two sides, and you can see how it's already doing it for you. It's opening up here in the middle. You're going to smack these two centers and you're going to make them kiss. We want these two to kiss. Okay, anyway. Okay, I'll stop doing with that. And then there you go. And then what you're going to do is just kind of lay it down flat. And I like to get my bone and just kind of make those creases kind of come together with each page. As you can see, this is the first page and the last page. And I just like to make them just so they fit nice and neat together again. So there we go. All right. And voila, you now have a mini mileage log that you can either put in your pocket, you can put this in your glove box, you can put this in your wallet. It fits very nicely. And as you can see, I mean, it's almost the size of a card. I know it's definitely smaller than my phone. Like here's my phone. Like, look how much smaller that is. It's so small. So this is a nice little handy tool. So you're going to print one of these every month. And on the back here, you're going to put the total business miles that you did for the month. And you just basically going to calculate your miles that you put in here every month. And you're just going to have one. So by the end of if you need to have more than one for a month, you can always have more than one. So you would do like May part one, May part two, if you have two. But otherwise, you're just going to go in here. You're going to put the month, the day, the year, just so you don't get them mixed up. You're going to now each month you're going to put the starting odometer and the ending odometer. The reason you're going to do that is because after we calculate all the business miles, we're going to take all the miles that you did for the year from your starting to your ending, and those are your personal miles. And those personal miles we're going to be able to take. We have to report those as well. So, but this makes it really easy, so you don't have to think about it. You only have to think about your business miles. So all you're doing is putting your odometer readings at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. And then each time you take a trip, so in here, we've got that you did on so on this one, I did the date. You can write it however you want. I did May 13th. I did 5 miles. I went to 123 Elm Street in Houston. And why I went there was for a meeting. You can get more specific. Say it was for the Jones meeting. You can just say however you want to track it. This is not a permanent this is not a not I wouldn't say a permanent solution. This is just so you can get the notes down so you can write it in your bigger logbook or in your Excel sheet, just so you can have this on the go and you don't want to deal with apps. Because I don't know about you, sometimes the apps, they're just ridiculously expensive and I don't want to think about it. Of course you can do this, but this way you can just kind of record it on the fly. Um, and this is just to help you because as the IRS wants, it needs to be written somewhere, either physically, in this case, or digitally. So this will cover all your bases for the IRS. All right.